What is up, disc golf fans, and welcome to the final 9 of the 2023 Heatland Open Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour stop number 7, the final stop before the championships, and presented by Innova Discs. We are in Sweden at this beautiful course here at the White Course. My name is Chris German. Alongside me, we have Derek Scull, and this is it.
This is it. Wild ride. Really great golf for this event. But not only this event, the entire series has been really great to watch. Really excited to see a lot of players that we don't normally see on the main stage here in the United States. So let's jump into hole 10, Chris.
Yeah, hole 10, we have OB on both left and right. It is a pretty open shot, though. So the real thing here is just keep it in bounds, keep it safe. So we saw Morten Brenna, Team Alpha Disc, really putting together a good showing, at least keeping Emil honest, pushing him here at the end.
Hard to tell.
This hole is very tough. That OB comes up quick over on the left, as we saw Dennis find it yesterday. But, I mean, the OB on the right comes up just as quick if you turn it over.
And that's an amazing shot.
Linus able to get what looks to be another birdie after stringing together 6 straight bogeys in the front 9. Hopefully he can really bring that confidence with him. It's Emil
checks up nicely.
Emil Sneaky Dahlgren, his nickname. See if he can finish this out. Squeeze out a win here on this last stop. Arvid Håkansson put together a good second round. Really roller coaster on this front 9. 14-year-old kid hanging with these big guys here.
I think that just didn't have quite enough power on it.
Yeah, that's tough for Morten. Par is okay here.
And you were right. Great to see from Linus.
Arvid in for par. He is battling, trying to get back under even. And then Morten, after finding that OB, is going to lose a stroke to Emil.
Hole 11 is a 568-foot, 173-meter par 4. This bush here on our right is going to be, your landing zone is more or less going to be kind of going around the right side of that to give yourself the opening angle to go uphill there at the end into the green.
Yeah, those bushes are in a perfect spot for the landing zone as people get really close to contending with them. And if you do get caught up, it makes it a very tough shot. So, and if you're just a little too short of them, kind of like that, it makes it a very tricky angle on that second shot. You almost want to just kind of throw it as far and as long as you can. Like, I think that should be pretty good, actually. We'll create a more straighter shot there for Arvid.
I think Arvid may actually have some trees to contend with, as he may have pushed a little too far, because right where catch cam is, let's see.
Yeah, he's got to kind of do a little bit of a turnover.
And it's a battle to get up that hill. I mean, the mouth of the woods is not very big, and the elevation change is pretty drastic. So trying to throw something flippy and something that will land flat, because there's also a lot of jagged rocks there that, I mean, you could see some danger from hitting those for sure.
This guy's getting up there on that rock side. Should be in a good spot. This, though.
Jail.
Yeah, Arvid having to go overhand. And still
leaves
has
himself very short.
Still has a lot of work on this big uphill putt.
Come here.
It's tough. That's going to be another bogey as Linus grabs the turkey. Only one on the scorecard, stringing together a couple birdies.
Morten with the bounce back.
And Emil, that really nice Anheuser forehand flex shot. Puts him in that bullseye. So we're going to move into hole 12, top of the world shot, par 3, 163 meters. This looks like such a fun shot to throw. It's also a fun shot to watch. These guys really just kind of throw what you know to get to the basket. It's all about angle control, knowing what your disc is going to do, and compensating for that.
And you'll see as it starts to land, the hillside is going back upward where the landing zone is. So you could anticipate not a ton of ground play because of that.
Yeah, and there is OB long, but I don't think it really is going to come into play here.
No, that'd be a massive shot.
As Morten goes the outside hyzer route. Haven't seen this yet. I think he leaves that a little short.
Yeah, it almost looks like the play really is like a flex over top of that tree cluster there in the middle.
Yeah, throw it to the left side of the fairway and kind of let the understability of the disc kind of push it back over to the right. But because you're throwing so far uphill, you're going to get that natural fade there at the end. We're throwing so far downhill. Good bid from Morten after taking the hyzer route.
Wow, Linus is really picking it up. He knew he didn't have an ideal front nine, so he's getting ready to what looks like stitching together a great round. 3 in a row here on the back nine alone.
Yeah, he's now tied up with Arvid. Emil is able to get another birdie, putting him on track for another turkey this round.
The Innova Alien, our newest multi-purpose disc. It's like nothing you've seen before. With a pretty beefy mid-range bottom, but a very familiar sonic top, it creates physics-defying stability. From intermediate to pro-level power, backhands to forehands, the Alien. Flying to a dealer near you.
All right, 13, yet another downhiller, but this time we are fading to the left, 656 foot, 200 meter par 4. And when I say fading to the left, I mean quite drastically with another mounded pin to finish off.
Yeah, this first shot is all about placement. You just want to land in this first set of inbounds that you have, and then your second as that fades a little too far right. The second shot, very daunting as you throw over OB the entire time, as we saw Dennis take a very big number in round 2 here. So it's all about keeping it in bounds here.
And that's the exact shot you're looking for.
This looks good from Morten as well. It's pretty far over, so I don't think he'll be able to get to the basket maybe from there, but...
Oh boy.
Look
Even
at
with
that.
the win, that worked out great.
That was a great shot. So it looks like he's okay over here. I thought there was OB, but it's able to rip one over the out of bounds. And hits the tree line, which I believe has OB.
Yeah, and so knowing that you have to carry OB so long, it's very easy to overthink the shot, think that you really have to pepper it to get it over there, and then in some cases, by doing so, you're going to kind of run the risk of turning it over, and that gets hung up there late.
Yeah, this is a very tough hole. The second shot slightly uphill as well. This is the prime position, so let's see if Arvid could get himself in the circle. Gets caught up as well. There's no one really making it into the green. Good layup from Morten. Yeah, as these guys are just going to lay up. Is that a...
Should be fine.
Yeah.
Curled back up towards the basket.
If that got up on its side there, that could have been danger. Luckily, only a couple of meters from the basket, and he's able to save his par.
Yeah, and see, this green doesn't seem very intimidating, but literally all it takes is just slight grade pulling away from the pin to really add a whole nother dynamic to your approaches.
Linus' birdie streak finishes with 4 in a row. Good way to turn your round around. Par frame from the boys. It's hole 14, the 302-foot, 92-meter par 3. Slight little movement here to the right. But the fairway's right there for you to just kind of throw what you know. I would say this is a good mid-range shot, a straight shot with a slight kind of movement to the right. As that looks like that's what Linus was trying to do, but got caught out a little too low. So I like this. This looks really good.
Yeah. And a little long, but well within putting range.
Yeah, that was a great shot from Emil. As he now has 2 strokes over Morten going into this back 9, so 3 total. And with Morten hitting early, Emil can start breathing a little easier and know that he has a little bit of a cushion going into these final holes.
Wow, I'm so surprised to see 3 of our 4 players here on the left.
Morten making good work of that forehand. So that was a great approach, able to save par.
And that's an example of Arvid taking his medicine.
Linus has some confidence now, so he gives that a good little bid. As Arvid really trying to pick this round up, it has been a tough one for him. Emil in for another birdie as that shot was laced. It was going right for the pin.
hole 15, another top of the world style shot, par 3, ringing in at 338 foot, 103 meters. As you can see, we have a ditch behind the pin. Little danger, but with this downhill playing shorter than the 3, probably closer to 300 or so. Slight turnover, something a little glidey.
Yeah, this is a pretty scary hole. With that OB coming in really quick on the left there, we saw some people find it. Your disc wants to fade to the left there at the end. So you kind of want to overcompensate and really kind of turn one over.
Yeah, and I think that's where it's important to throw maybe a lower speed disc, because it isn't that long and you're playing downhill. You really want to kind of mitigate the distance.
Like this is going a little straight, and it's going to find OB, unfortunately, and that is the risk. You just throw it a little too straight, or you just have a fade there at the end.
Yeah, where Arvid, it looks like he's throwing a putter.
Great
Turned
shot.
it a little too much.
Morten is going to surrender another stroke. Could be 2 with a made putt from Emil.
And I'd say that was a very risky play from Emil. Knowing he has the cushion, I'm not entirely sure why he would elect to run that.
Probably just within that distance that you know you kind of need to make it. Or you feel like you should make it.
And that's where you can get yourself into trouble. Little numbers turn to big numbers when you think like that exclusively.
Yeah, Morten, a bogey, is going to lose another stroke to Emil, as only a couple holes left. I think it's safe to say Emil just needs to walk this one. We are here for the final 3 holes. Hole 16, the second par 5 of this course, 961 feet. We don't have the low ceiling to contend with, but we do have a pretty skinny fairway overall. And then this almost horseshoe back to the left on your final shot. Obese on both sides of the fairway, so it does come into play very quickly, just like that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to carry too far straight forward.
Yeah, this is a pretty tough righty shot here. Sets up good for the lefty, as Arvid just slow, straight, just progress down the fairway. Good shot from Morten. And then the second shot, you can get a little more aggressive. A little bit more fairway to work with. But again, OB to the left there, so if you do release a little earlier, have something fade out on you. Good crush from Emil. Axelsson.
He's going to like that.
Putting it right to the cameraman. Ooh, so close
Playing
there.
really close to the OB.
And then this third shot. It's tricky. You have a slight elevation gain as well. It's going to be edge of circle look there for Arvid.
Looking good there.
Yeah, great shot from Linus. Morten just really far to the left. He needs to put together a miraculous forehand to be able to get to the basket. Does not find it, and he is now scrambling.
Almost throwing backwards.
Yeah, and still leaves himself with a tester.
Right height, a little right. Emil is starting to slow up here a little bit.
The good news is the one who's chasing him is also slowing up, so Linus, though, he is fighting, able to get himself back to even par after 6 bogeys in a row is very, very impressive, and he even has a couple holes left to even find himself under par. Emil found that OB, tough double bogey for him.
All right, hole 17, 433 foot, 132 meter, par 3. Name of the game here is high to low to high again. Basically throwing your driver into the hillside opposite of your teeing area hillside, making sure to clear the water. And that turns over way too much.
Yeah, you kind of throw right into the hillside. It's very tough to actually get to the basket, I feel like, on this one. As I say that, Arvid parks it.
And with a hyzer flip, too.
Yeah, we're going to see that again.
Look at that thing ride on a rope.
Yeah, he just shut me up. I'm not going to talk for the next 2 drives. It's on you, bud.
Morten going more with a flex line. It does require some trust on your frisbees, as we saw the first drive on this hole aired out way too far. This one's carrying pretty good, getting a little extra distance if it can. Oh, does not beat that tree. I think that would have checked up pretty well. Right side hillside, looking at the green.
And from this drop zone, this course is really tough with the drop zones.
Yeah, it kind of angles you directly into that hillside, or the cliff side, mini cliff, I guess is what you'd call it. But yeah, see, not ideal.
Oh, that would have been a cool putt to make from the top of the hill. Another bounce back from Morten.
His being best example for that flex shot, and Arvid coming in with the hyzer flip route.
Yeah, that was so clean. That was probably one of my favorite shots of this entire tournament. Linus with the double, erasing all that hard work, as we're going to move into the final hole, hole 18. About 150 meters. We're looking at about 480 feet. Another downhill shot. We do have OB behind the basket. It's really been the theme of this course, this white course here. You have downhill. I think this is just such a good complement in property here. You have the really tight wooded technical course, and then this one a little more open.
Oh, it looks like Arvid does find the OB over there. Early release pushed him far left. Fought through the trees where he may have even benefited more if it just kind of kicked and stopped early.
Morten, great shot, able to just get it down there. Pretty tough to park this. I said that last time, so maybe someone will park it again.
I was going to say, with this clean, this looks so clean.
Oh, circle's edge there. Good shot.
And that's not going to drift right the way he wants it.
Boy, these drop zones are dirty.
I was just going to say, the angle that it makes you throw adds so much to it.
Well, it's been a pleasure watching this the past 3 rounds. I mean, this has been some of the funnest golf, and this Swedish Pro Tour.
Oh,
golf
yeah.
Gets a nice cherry there with a beautiful putt.
Bogey saves sometimes are sweeter than the birdie looks, just because you need it a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, to kind of bounce off of what you're saying, out of the entire series here in Sweden, I would say this might have actually been my favorite series of courses played. It just lends to a lot of really fun shot shaping and challenging golf. And I'm really glad to see Swedish top dogs battle it out on courses like this.
Yeah, so another big shout out to Michael Boy for everything that he is doing over here in Sweden. We're so proud to be partners with you guys, and this has been so fun to watch as we're going to see our leader tap in Emil Dahlgren. What a good round, able to put down the 5 under, 20 under for the round. Sweat-free walk right in there. And there's Michael Boy putting the camera down and now announcing the winner.
Handing off the duties to someone else really quick, but he's all business. Let's take a look at our card standings.
Yeah, some crazy rounds from these guys. Linus, Arvid, Morten. A lot of bogeys and birdies to be had out here as we take a final look at the standings. Carl in there, Elvis, couple names we've seen all year. Arvid as well. Dennis able to have bounced back as we take a look at these standings for the Swedish Disc Golf Pro Tour. These were taken from the top 4 points from all 7 events. So we see Paul Macbeth, Eric Oakley, and James Proctor there. I don't believe any of them will be there for the championships, so we might see some names move up here for the finals.
Well, there you have it, folks. This has been the Heatland Open, and we've enjoyed having you. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next event.